Welcome back to Mailbox Money Monday. Today is Monday, September 29th, 2025. My name is Brian Atherton, and thank you so much for joining us. Today on Mailbox Money Monday, we're going to talk about one last week of legal terms and scenarios, and want to thank our viewers for really suggesting topics that they want to hear by DMing me, and also the thank yous for, as we review these topics, many of you are reaching out saying how much this helps you. That's really important. That's the whole reason we do this, and really appreciate. Keep that coming. So today we're going to talk about SNDA. What does it stand for? Well, the S stands for subordination, the ND stands for non-disturbance, and the A stands for attornment. In my career, it took me a few years to actually learn what those words mean, so I'm going to explain in detail what they mean so that our viewers can understand how important they really are. Subordination. In a lease, the SNDA portion or the agreement states a tenant agrees that they will subordinate their lease secondary to the lender, or the mortgage company. So it's agreeing that their lease is secondary. The ND is non-disturbance. In exchange for that, it gives the tenant the protection that they will not be disturbed or removed or replaced or displaced if they're paying their rent and there's a foreclosure situation. And the attornment portion of the SNDA is stating basically the tenant agrees to keep paying that rent, but may in fact pay that rent to a different party, as often there can be a foreclosure with a lender, either maybe a new buyer that you now have to pay, and you will pay that to a new party as attornment. So SNDA, very important document. Most investors really just think it's a boilerplate and it's not that important. I've seen some leases, it's not even in the lease. As a practitioner, I would say you always want to have a negotiated SNDA in a lease, especially in a multiple tenant situation. A lender will require it. I don't know a lender that doesn't. And a tenant, in exchange for having that subordination portion, will want to have the non-disturbance. Very important, especially for a credit tenant, a national tenant, not to be disturbed. They can't be displaced. So SNDA, glad it helped. Have a great week. Thank you for joining. See you next time.